Hey, it's Alisia Moore, and I just wanted to hop on today and do a little bit of a review or just my current, you know, thoughts on the Berkeley Psychic Institute. So I came across them actually through some of my searching. I was looking for another type of class, and I ended up coming across a gentleman that graduated from the Berkeley Psychic Institute. Something about the name intrigued me, and I was like, you know what? Ever since I was little or younger, like I was intrigued by those types of words like psychic, clairvoyant, things like that, but there wasn't really any information about that stuff that I could find at the time. Mind you, when I was younger, the internet was not around, so it was a lot of going to the library a lot of times and being introduced through those type of things from other people. But now with the great, thing of the internet, I've been able to connect, with different avenues and things that I'm interested in. So I signed up for their Meditation 1 class. The reason why I signed up for that class is because during my times of meditation, I wasn't feeling very grounded. A lot of the times it would take a lot of effort on my part to really get myself grounded, to have a proper meditation. And so I decided to sign up. They have quite a few courses. They have the meditation class, then they have the healing class. They have some other classes like into women's and men's intuition classes, along with a clairvoyant program, where it's a 2-year program. They kind of break it down, so they have 6 months, 1 year, and then 2 year. But that program helps you to develop your abilities. Now, everybody is psychic. It's just a matter of how active those abilities are. Some people, it's like super active where, they're really sensitive to a lot of things, and then others are not as aware of things like that. But anyway, I went to the Meditation 1 class on Thursday, which was really great. I learned how to establish a grounding cord, and which has helped. I've been using that technique. We're supposed to be practicing it, between the stuff that we learned. Obviously, it's like, it's like going to school. So you practice those things throughout the week until the next session. So I've been starting to practice that, practicing it in any instance. If I'm standing up, if I'm sitting down, if I'm driving, if I'm doing any activity, if I'm around kids, or things like that. And they also have church services. Now, I haven't been to church because they've all been the same, and it's because of the religious structure that they're in. I was hesitant in going to to the service today, but something told me, just give it a try. If I don't like it, then I don't have to go back. Like, no one's forcing me to stay. No one's forcing me to go. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just give it a go, because at this point I've learned that a lot of things that are showing up, like as I'm like, looking for things or discovering things are showing up that I actually need help with. And one of the biggest things with being a healer is learning how to receive healing. And I know that that's a really big thing for me. And I got validation of that today. So I went to their church service. It was a little bit typical, I would say, more with the amount of singing and songs, but the songs were different, and I would say it's a good different, not like so holy and making, I don't know, it's just whenever I've gone to like a new one, I always feel it feels like a little corny or whatnot. And but this one I didn't feel awkward, I guess is the word too. Like sometimes it makes you feel a little awkward, and things like that. So I let's see, how long was it? I would say it was about the entire thing, was about 2 hours, but that included like, the singing, and then some of the reverends and ministers. They have more than one, so that was different also. And they were women. I have yet, this was my first time going where church leaders were women, which was different, which not in a good different, I enjoyed it. And then we ate, but then they also, I liked it because the main, I don't want to say the main part, but kind of like the main thing, they did focus on meditation. So there was a period or a time slot in there where we all, grounded ourselves, and we meditated, and we released certain things. So it was funny. I enjoyed myself because it was refreshing. That's the word I'm looking for. It was refreshing because it wasn't so stagnant like old church traditions seem. It was nice because I did feel a release of seriousness, because as we get older, we, everything becomes so serious, and it has to be done this way, and because people are always analyzing and things like that. And so it was just really refreshing. In the songs, they made it light and fun and happy, and not so drag down, like you have to see it from this point of view. Like they even said it, they're like, whatever or however you see your truth, or however you understand, what the higher being or the creator is, that's how you see it, because everyone has a different viewpoint. And then after the socializing, they had a little bit of a potluck, and then they offer hands-on healing. And I wasn't going to sign up, but then I saw my teacher there, and she asked me, she's like, "Oh, did you sign up?" And I was encouraged to do it, and I'm glad that she did, say, "Hey, well, there's still spots if you want to," because that's the thing, when healing is available, you have to say yes or no. There is no, well, I guess, like it has to be yes or no. And they don't get offended, because they understand not everybody is ready, which I can understand also, because I have people that come to me, and they complain about things that are going on, and I give them what can help, but a lot of times if they're not really ready, they're not going to take advantage of it. So I go in for the healing. If it was similar to a short Reiki healing, in my opinion, but obviously it was a little more in depth. She was able to clear out some of, because they'll ask you, is there something specific that you're wanting help with, or do you want just a regular general healing? And I told her I would like help with removing some of the the stagnant or negative energy that I've removed off of people while doing my Reiki work. Now there are techniques that I do to help clear it off of me, but there are other advanced techniques which I'm going to be learning to be able to clear, and not only clear, but basically become like glass, in a sense where it would just pass through and not stick. Because what was happening, she told me, was some of the residue was sticking to me, sticking to my aura. And I'm really glad she told me that, because I had been feeling that a little bit, but I wasn't sure. And then she also shared a message with me that she did check my heart chakra, and she said she saw images of me realizing that I can't just help. Like, I have to also take time and heal myself, because in my past lives I've just helped so much that it just wore me out. And that in this lifetime I decided not to go to that extreme. I decided to actually be open to receiving healing, which is really fantastic. So just wanted to hop on and do a review for BPI. I'm going to be more than likely doing more videos as I take the different classes. So stay tuned, and I will check you guys on the next one. Peace.